Hello and welcome to my college basketball top 25 Thursday review. Wacky ass title. I'm doing this without a headset on. I don't know why I'm even saying that. It doesn't really affect anybody, but let's get straight into it. So, our first game, this will be a short video because there wasn't a whole lot of Thursday games. I just didn't add Saturday onto the Thursday games. Because there's a lot of games on Saturday, and I felt like that'd have to be its own video, as well as there's no ranked games on Friday, so I just stuck with Thursday. So it's going to be a short video. And so first off, we'll do prediction and review. I said Purdue would beat Maryland on the road. I knew it was going to be a tough game. I like Maryland. I think they're a really good team, but Purdue's recently been getting shit by there's kind of the smaller teams in the Big Ten. And I'm like, Purdue should go into this and do whatever. Psych, I lied. Purdue is just going to keep losing games. I mean, seriously, they went from the number one team in the country. Surely, I thought they were going to remain the number one team in the country and just, not lose games. And they are on to their fourth loss in, a very short time span. I get that all of their games that they have lost have been on the road pretty much. But, look, they lost to Rutgers in January. That was actually at Purdue. That was just a bad upset. They beat Rutgers. Honestly, I'm looking at it right now, y'all, and I'm like, dude, Purdue's a little overrated. So first off, let's talk about back when they lost to Rutgers. They then travel on the road to Ohio State, who was 10-4 at the time, but now we know they are way worse than what they were. And they were ranked number 24. They won by 2 points. They traveled Penn State, beat them, beat Nebraska. They beat Michigan State by 1 point. They slaughter Minnesota, the worst team in the Big Ten. And they win against Maryland at Purdue by 3 points. Then they go to Michigan, and they win by 5 points. They beat the crap out of Michigan State. And on to February, they beat the crap out of Penn State. And then the losing starts. They lose at Indiana by 5 in a game they were pretty much getting ran over the whole time. They beat Iowa at Purdue. They lose to Northwestern. And now they lose to Maryland. I'm like, uh-oh. Purdue might be a little overrated. And I remember, I kind of lost my I thought Purdue was really good, but even going back to December, they beat Nebraska in overtime by 3 points. There's been multiple times where they should have lost. They beat Marquette by 5. There's been multiple times where there's been very close games that honestly should have ended up in a Purdue loss, but it just didn't. Kind of almost like ASU vibes. There's multiple games that came down to the wire and honestly probably should have been losses, but stuff went in their favor. And it looks like that is catching up to them now because in their past 4 games, they have lost 3. And me personally, I'm giving Purdue shit, but I believe Purdue, everybody they have lost to are the best teams in the Big Ten. Maybe not Rutgers. I'd say Michigan State and Iowa probably better than Rutgers in my personal opinion. But Indiana, Northwestern, Maryland, I'd say right now what my best teams in the Big Ten would still be number 1 Purdue. Then Northwestern, Indiana, Maryland, Michigan State, Michigan, and then Rutgers. Illinois is up there, but Illinois hasn't really made any noise since the start of the season. That's been that. So I don't know, man. Purdue is maybe they're just catching up with the conference. Let's see. They have to play Ohio State at home. Then they have to play Indiana at home. Then at Wisconsin, and then they have Illinois. I could see a lot of those games being losses, me personally. But that's enough talk about Purdue and Maryland. I kind of went on a little rant about Purdue being a little I think I said Maryland on accident. I went on a little rant about Purdue being a little overrated there, but it's really difficult with basketball to tell who's perfectly ranked and who isn't. Houston, that should say number 2. Number 2, Houston at SMU. I said Houston would beat the crap out of them. That's literally what they did. Really nothing to be said. FAU at MTSU. I believe I said in the video I would like to favor MTSU, but I don't know. I don't really remember what my reasoning was, to be honest. I don't care about these teams. They're just like random schools that have a basketball program at this point. FAU's just winning. Well, psych. Now they just got back into the top 25. Kick them out. They should have put Texas A&M in the top 25. I don't know why they didn't, or even Northwestern. But yeah, Middle Tennessee wins. Whatever. Okay. Nobody really cares. St. Mary's at San Diego. Yeah, this was, I said 82-70. I look like a clown right now. St. Mary's barely won this game, 62-59. And it's actually crazy. St. Mary's should have destroyed this team and honestly put up the points that I said. At the end of the first half, St. Mary's led 39-20. And they barely won by 3 because San Diego put up 39 in the second half, and St. Mary's put up 23. Like, St. Mary's should have destroyed this team, and I think St. Mary's is a really good basketball team, but that second half really should say something about why St. Mary's has lost some of the games they have lost and whatnot. Because San Diego, to me, San Diego's not a good team, even though it's at San Diego. Yeah, you should not be losing or winning by 3 points in this low scoring of a matchup against a pooper scooper team like San Diego. I mean, they're 11-17. Like, yikes, dude. St. Mary's got to pull it together. They looked really good, and ever since that LMU game, Utah at Arizona, this went about how I expected. Oh, way worse, actually. So I said a 10-point game. It was a 16-point game. Yeah, like I said, U of A's offense can just be that guy sometimes. Like, they have a very solid offense, a very strong offense. And, yeah, Utah, it's all going to come down to this, whether you want to beat U of A or not. Like, you have to rely on the fact that U of A is going to miss some shots in their game, and you need to hit your shots. If you are going to miss shots, make turnovers and stuff like that, mainly just hitting shots, if you miss shots, you're going to lose to U of A. That's the situation that is at hand. Or U of A has to play just some of their worst basketball. That's it. If U of A stays solid, they're winning games. Like, they're probably the best team in the Pac-12 by a long shot. Simply, like that, like the ASU U of A game, like U of A 69, ASU 60. We had such a long time to just jump in front and take a lead, and we couldn't hit anything. U of A couldn't hit anything in return, though. U of A kept giving the ball right back to us, but ASU couldn't hit a shot. We lost. That's just what it's going to be. If U of A gives you those opportunities, you're going to have to hit your shots, and that's just why U of A is what they are, and that's why they're really good, is because U of A knows how to hit their shots, and other teams just don't. Stanford at UCLA. This was looking a little scary. I think Stanford was up at halftime. Yeah, Stanford was up 31-27 at halftime, and it was, but yeah, in the second half, UCLA dropped 46 points on Stanford, and Stanford dropped 33. So Stanford lost by a decent bit. Pretty much, it was a 9-point game. I said it was a 10-point game. Whatever. I mean, Stanford they were not going to continue. They were not going to go beat U of A and then beat UCLA. If they were, I mean, holy fuck, that would have been crazy. And our final game, a game that I'm so happy I didn't favor. I literally was talking about I really wanted to trust my gut and favor LMU, but I didn't, and sure as hell was I right to not trust my gut. Let's just all I really have to say about this game is at the end of the first half, it was 68-28. Gonzaga almost dropped 70 points in one half. That is unbelievable. And that really says something. That should say something about Gonzaga. That is insane. That is crazy. I mean, even though like a lot of people like to give Gonzaga shit for being just playing in a bad conference and always getting super highly ranked and whatnot, I'm like, dude. LMU beat St. Mary's. St. Mary's has played teams out of their conference and won. St. Mary's has beat Gonzaga and whatnot. For Gonzaga to drop this many points on LMU and just slaughter them like they did, it's like, all right, Gonzaga may be for real. I mean, 108, that is just ridiculous. That is one of the best basketball performances I have ever seen. And that is it. Oh, yeah, title. You already know. This is the old thumbnail. But yeah, that's all for this video. It's just a quick review. Like and subscribe because that's very. Look at these dudes. Look at these dudes going crazy. Those are some true fans. But yeah, that's all for me. Adios.